Could we see a new CSGO map soon? A recent discovery by XPaw, popular data miner and owner of SteamDB, has revealed what seems to be evidence of Valve buying the rights to the map Tuscan, the remake of the popular 1.6 map by the community mapper Catfood and Brute, was fully released to the public through the Steam Workshop on the 8th of August last year, and it also was playable in the vanilla version of CSGO no more than 10 days later. And at this point, the last addition to the map pool was Ancient, which was over a year ago, filling people with hope for a new map to explore and play competitively. While the map was received with mixed feelings by the community, commentators like Sponge saw this as the unusual fear of the unknown and is convinced that by just giving it some playtime, it will grow accustomed and learn to appreciate the breath of fresh air that this would bring.
What do we do next? Oh, we start implementing utility. Oh, we understand that as we take sites, it's systematic. We throw a Molotov here, we clear this angle, we take the space, we block off a choke point, we throw a flash. It's not just fucking run around to check every single corner, you daft f***s. Like, you haven't played the map. You don't understand the map. You don't know how to do a setup on Tuscan. You don't know how to run a T-side. You didn't learn a basic smoke. You didn't flash for your fucking teammate. Don't say there's too many angles before you play the map. Learn it.
A recent Reddit thread touched upon the community's impression of the map at this point, with the most popular commenting criticizing the way that CTs can aggress on the map and the difficulty for Ts to gain and hold map control. If this is just due to players not being familiar with the map and not having the usual protocol utility to shut down such pushes as Sponge mentioned, or an actual problem on the map remains to be seen. The second main takeaway of the thread seems to be a complaint about the limiting factor for a long-range nades due to the skyboxes, an issue that, if changed, would surely help out the T side. With the recent changes to the M4 and Ancient, it is however questionable if we need to reinforce T sides in the first place, with Overpass being the last CT side map in the pro scene. How and if Valve will address these segments remains to be seen when Valve releases the map to the active duty sooner or later. If you are a Counterstrike veteran, then you definitely play Tuscan, which I think is a more advanced version of the map DECPL Mill. Another interesting aspect about this is Valve's willingness to look towards the community for new content. Previous to Anubis, the last community-made map added to CSGO was Cache, a map that Valve never actually bought the rights to. This means they relied on its original creators to patch and upload new versions of the map. This can obviously create quite a bit of tension if the mapper's vision for the map does not match that of Valve's, and so it seems that after 3 years of no new community-made maps in the active duty map pool, Gaben and friends have switched their approach for new maps. Instead of doing everything by themselves as they did with Ancient, they now use existing and popular community-made maps as a basis, and they buy the rights to improve the map based on their vision and collected data. This is an approach that they should be quite familiar with, as this was the one they used back in the day when they bought the right to Mirage off its original creator Bubkes. The success of this approach seems to be undeniable, with Mirage becoming one of the most played and most popular maps across CSGO history. At least it seems like a new direction for CSGO in its active map duty pool, with Tuscan being the second community-made map now being bought by Valve in a very short time. Therefore fulfilling the wishes of popular mapper and creator of Cache, FM Pone, which just before the addition of Anubis, complained about CSGO lack of involvement with the mapping community and the lack of incentive, therefore gives new mappers to design and polish their maps, if they would never make it into the game anyway. A discussion sparked by the official CSGO Twitter account liking a tweet by T-Rexer, who is another popular mapper best known for his maps Frostbite, Calavera, and Vineyard. Thanks to XPaw's finding, it seems Valve does not only grant the mappers its highest praise by including them in the game, but also grants a quite lucrative amount of money, with the price for Anubis and Tuscan seemingly being around $150k US. Now this certainly seems like plenty of incentives for up-and-coming mappers. With this new information surfacing, other questions will pop up like, which map will we see removed in place of Tuscan? The community has long for called the removal of Mirage, which despite the complaints still enjoys the highest amount of players across various matchmaking platforms. Other maps like Overpass have been in the game since 2014 and could use some overhaul, as the discovery of new HD textures 2 years ago could hint at. Or could we even see the removal of Tuscan's smaller brother Inferno? With both maps set in Italy, the switch would be a near 1-to-1. With Anubis and Ancient being the newest additions to the map pool, it seems unlikely that we would see them go out. Although Anubis and Ancient were recently added, I agree with Elige that they need to be removed for Tuscan. I personally don't enjoy playing them or watching demos of them. Which map do you think will be removed? Make sure to let me know in the comments below. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as I will be covering Tuscan utilities soon so that you can own your enemies when Tuscan gets released. Till next time, Nart out here, peace.